Are you aware, last week when President Donald J. Trump, on the behest of his generals, made what was deemed to be a controversial decision, albeit the correct decision, which is to exclude transgenders from our military, he and his advisors, that being his generals, as well as those of us who cheered that decision, we became labeled bigots. Hard to believe, but that's what we were labeled. Let me explain why it was not controversial, as well as why I wholeheartedly support our president's position in reversing Barack Hussein Obama's enforced monstrosity of a policy. Issue number one is the cost. We would pay from our tax dollars over 10 years somewhere between $1.3 to $1.5 billion. $1,200 a month alone would go for hormonal treatments. Issue number two would be the effectiveness of our troops. Transgenders would miss almost an entire year of duty, making them irrelevant for military readiness. Is this discriminatory? Well, absolutely it is. Our military intentionally and justifiably, by the way, does so. Obesity, various diseases, even one being flat-footed, are grounds for disqualification. Imagine you or your loved one in need of a medical service only to be told your practitioner would not be available for another year or perhaps even two. And then the issue of transgenders' civil rights being now compared to that of blacks, this is where this topic borders on what I call insanity. Blacks were uprooted from the continent of Africa, a place of their origin. To date, there is zero evidence of any archaeological findings that those that choose to change their identity have ever been able to identify anywhere on this planet a geographical area where they can, even through DNA testing, claim as their ancestral birthplace. Blacks were sold into slavery. Transgenders have never been sold into slavery. Blacks' genitals were non-surgically removed. Transgenders choose to surgically remove theirs. Blacks were denied education. Transgenders have never been denied education. Blacks were denied water from public fountains. Transgenders have never been denied such. Blacks were denied the right to vote. Transgender people have never been denied their voting rights. Whites and blacks that crushed the barbaric practice of slavery are actually appalled that transgenders would compare their objectives as well as their called objective, the new black civil rights. That is insanity. America is in need of our voices being heard. Share this with everyone that you can. Follow us on Facebook, and together, let our voices be heard. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.